Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I want to do a get ready with me talking about the best luxury makeup of 2022, but I want to focus on like a nude neutral look. Nude is nice. I know sometimes people think of neutral colors as very boring, but to me, nude and neutral is like vanilla. It's delicious, it's necessary, and it can be quite beautiful. So that is today's video. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. I'm going to start off with a bit of lip treatment. I have my Miss Dior candle here. Gorgeous. I burnt it up and cleaned it out. And now I am placing different lip balms in here. So I'm going to start with this Guerlain Kiss Kiss Be Glow. And this is the shade Honey Glow. It's like a nice neutral nudie lip balm here. It has a little bit of color, but not too much. So it'll be a nice starting point for today's makeup. So this is going to be used today. Let me do some swatches here. I'm not really sure what I was thinking in the video. I pulled out this palette here. I swatched it, but I think I called it the giraffe. You know what? I don't know what happened exactly. This is the Cougar palette swatched right here. But then I also have this single here from Dior, and this is the Mono Couleur Couture 658 Beige Mitza. This one is super pretty. This is just a single. I do like an eyeshadow single. It's really nice. It's very easy to use. And this is the swatch down here. So it's an interesting palette all mixed together. So I'm going to mix some of these colors together here. I'm going to try to not go too dark, but we'll see what we can create. So every brush that I'm using is listed down below. I'm going to start off by going into the light transition color here. And that's just going to be a base in the crease here. You don't have to be too precise. And I'm using the retractable brushes from Chanel. I love the retractable brushes. I think they're so convenient. They're great for travel. You end up getting 2 brushes for the price of 1, which is very rare for the brand. And I'm just a huge fan. So I hope they come out with more brushes this year, but I honestly don't think it's in the plans for anytime soon. Not that I'm aware of anyway. Okay, just something simple like that. Now let's go into the single here. And I'm going to use this BK Beauty brush. I'm going to load up my brush here. I'm using this one here. This is the 206 because it works great to sweep color on the lid like this, but then you can also sort of bring it up in the crease very easily. I picked up this Beige Mitza single here when I was in Chicago this summer, and I'm so glad that I did because I had been on the fence about it for, a little bit. I kind of just always had it in the back of my mind. And then when I swatched it, it was just so pretty because depending on the light, it's either a little bit taupe, a little bit gold. It's really pretty. It's a nice, I don't know if it's satin. Yeah, it's a metallic finish, so it's a bit more intense. If you use your finger and sweep it on, it's even more intense, but if you just use a big fluffy brush like this, you can sort of diffuse it a bit lighter if you want to. It's very pretty. I love a single shadow. I think it's great, Obviously, I have a lot of palettes and things like that. I'm going into the neutral, like the matte transition color with a tapered brush, just to put some under here. I love a palette, but sometimes a nice little one and done shadow is what you really need and want. And I'm going into the single shadow, the Beige Mitza, with the pencil brush just to take some here. Now let me go into this darker matte over here. Just very lightly in the crease to add some definition. I think that this quartet and this single mix very nicely together. So if you have one or both, feel free to mix them together. It'll be a nice little concoction. Again, I'm taking my little pencil brush and just taking that darker matte color and placing some on the bottom lashes here. All right, let's move on to liner and mascara. I'm going into my Sisley Phyto Kohl liner. These are waterproof, but also like a kohl liner, so they're very creamy. I have the shade 2 Matte Tonka. So again, it's going into this color story here. They have other colors as well, but I've just been enjoying this. And then for the mascara, I'm gonna go into my Dior Show Pump and Volume in black, and this is not the waterproof one, but they have a waterproof one if you like. All right, let's move on to the complexion. I'm going into my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is the shade 4.5 medium. This is like a liquid highlighter, a primer. You could use this on its own as a complexion product. I like to do it or use it as a liquid highlighter slash primer. Just apply a nice generous amount. I love the wand too. It's just so easy to use. So it's going to unify the skin a little bit, but it's more just to give you a beautiful luminous finish. You could use it underneath like a more heavy duty foundation. I'm going to go into something really light and lightweight, but it's just going to give you a nice luminous glow. For the lightest of the lightweight, I'm going into my Chanel Water Fresh tint in medium. This is the original, not the complexion touch. I'm just going to use, I think maybe 1 or 2 pumps of this. I'll start with 1 and then I'll see if I need to add more. This is like a glass of water for your skin. It also blurs so much. It's like an Instagram filter. It just blurs all the imperfection. It smooths everything out, but it is incredibly lightweight. Like it's not going to hide tons of blemishes or discoloration or things like that. So you could use it as a primer on its own, like before, just to blur everything and hydrate, and then go in with something more heavy duty. But I think 1 pump is good. Like it's light, it still looks like my skin, but it's very luminous and very natural. I'm going into the Chanel Sublimage Concealer in the shade 32. This is not like a lightweight Your Skin But Better. As much as I enjoy My Skin But Better, there are 2 categories of makeup that I never want that. Concealer. If I'm putting a concealer on, it's because I want to conceal my dark circles. And also mascara. I want a fake lash effect. Like if I'm going to put on concealer or mascara, I want it to make a big difference. I don't want just like me but better. I want the full glam, even if I'm doing like a really light no makeup day, because for me personally, I find that lashes and concealer, I could wear just that if I want like a light no makeup day. I was just thinking of that because recently I was looking at the new Selena Gomez. She has like a new under eye brightener type of thing, but it's supposed to be like a brightener, but like extremely light coverage. And I was like, what is the point of that? Like if I'm going to apply concealer, I had better notice a difference. Now for the blush, I'm going into my Chanel blush. This is number 370, Elegance or Elegance. I love a blush that looks like a blush that met a bronzer. You know, it just looks like you, but better in a nice nudie, neutral way. It's adding color, it's adding something to your cheek, but in a very subtle way. For the lips, I'm going into this Sisley Phyto Shine. It has a little sheath. How cute is that? This is number 21, Sheer Rosewood. So this is what it looks like here. I don't think it'll be too pink. Let's see. Let me just dot a little bit of color here. It's a nice formula, but I kind of want it to be a little bit more nude and neutral. It's nice to have some color, but I want to tone it down a bit. So I'm going to go into one of my favorite products of the entire year, this NARS Chelsea Girls lip gloss. Ugh, this is your lip but better in a creamy nude lip gloss. It's so perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a nice amount over top. If you love a nude glossy lip, I would say get the NARS Chelsea Girls over the Sisley Sheer Rosewood, because Sheer Rosewood is more pinky, whereas this is more like a true caramel creamy nude. So pretty. It's like monochromatic, but still looks beautiful, still looks like I have color, because nude does not have to mean washed out. I still have some color to my cheeks and to my lips. To complete our nude look, I'm going into Dolce & Gabbana, the one. This is the Eau de Parfum. I love this one. It is a sensual perfume. It sort of smells like your skin, but better, if that makes sense, in a perfume. It's a little bit sweet. It's more like stone fruit sweet, like a peach. It's powdery. It's a little bit of vanilla, but it's not like a syrupy, super saccharine, sweet fragrance. It's like an intimate perfume. You have to get a little bit closer to someone. You have to hug them or kiss them to smell it. It's not this like wide cast of perfume. And I think these soft, powdery, subtle notes really just mix well with this entire look here. So this is my take on a nude version of like the best of 2022. I've been enjoying revisiting my favorites of the year and just creating tutorials with these products, because you probably own quite a few of these at home. So I hope I gave you some inspiration. If you're not aware, I have an online beauty consulting service. It's a one-on-one video chat with me. So if you want more personalized makeup advice, to look at your current makeup collection, go ahead and book a session down below. And on that note, I think that's all I have for you guys for today. So thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.